This like live, like Facebook Live.
No, hell no.
Okay.
Yeah. Like what I do is we're gonna record all this. I'm gonna sync the whatever's together. I'm gonna release it on YouTube and then I clip it up. But thank you for interrupting me, Skywalker. Damn, I was in the I'm just kidding, man. Yo, what it do, man? It's your boy Don Rio, man. This Low Life TV, and I am here with a very special guest. I've been trying to get him here for a year now. My boy Skywalker, man.
What it do?
Shake my hand, man.
Good,
hey,
brother.
Look, what is going on, bro?
Man, chilling, bro.
I say this to every guest, man. I know I got you in a tight squeeze over there, but
it's all good.
It's just we're in the. How big would you say this room is, Skywalker?
Like a 6x6, maybe. Nah,
For real?
too big.
Maybe too small.
Too small. 8x8.
Maybe, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
But either way, man. So look, that we are here, we are back. You know, we got a few nice, good drinks poured up right here, and we can't tell y'all what it is.
Right.
But I want to introduce this gentleman right here. This is Skywalker, man, and I want y'all to know that I'm a little new to the music world. What?
Just making sure it's recording,
Jeff got up and freaked me out. But either way, so Skywalker's kind of been in the management world of managing artists. He's been, he's he informed me today that it kind of had all started for him here in Jonesboro, kind of, where I grew up at. So Skywalker, this is what I like to do when, we have somebody new here. Just tell the people who don't know who you are. Give them a little description on who you are.
Okay.
And what you do, a little personal description.
Sure. Well, I'm Skywalker, manager. I do so many things, honestly. But manager is my main title. I manage artists, independent artists, and a couple of celebrity acts. Been around music my whole life. I come from a musical family. My grandparents, my great uncles and aunts, they all were in bands and different things like that. The choir. My uncle, he was actually a member of Wu-Tang before he passed away. Rest in peace. And so I've been around music my whole life. I'm originally from New York.
Oh, okay.
So, when we lived in Brooklyn, we stayed right across the street from De La Soul. It was just
I didn't know that.
Yeah, music all around me my whole life. So I started out as an artist. I had small record deals here and there as a solo artist growing up as a teen or whatnot. I kind of came up when, Bow Wow and all of them was rapping.
Where'd you grow up as a teen at?
I grew up in Conway, Arkansas as a teen. By that time, I was down here.
What was your first song?
Oh, shoot. You
don't even remember.
Dang. First song. Actual recorded song. It wasn't a solo record. I was on there with a couple other guys from Conway and whatnot, and we rocked it out. This was probably like 6th grade.
Oh, hell,
this is probably like 6th grade.
Legendary, man.
Yeah.
So as far as being a music manager, who do you manage right now?
So right now I got Rampage Wood out of Central Arkansas. I also have 2 female acts. One of them, her name is K Decay. She's originally from Blytheville, but she now resides in the Little Rock area. I also have Jay Bizzle. She's actually from Jonesboro, but I think she grew up like the latter part.
I had no idea. I thought you was literally just fixing to say Rampage. I had no idea, bro.
Yeah, I got Jay Bizzle.
Man.
I manage DJ P Smooth. He's a coalition DJ now. Shout out to P Smooth.
What is a coalition DJ?
Coalition DJ is it's a group of DJs from around the world. Some of the top DJs. So it's like a damn near basically like a DJ fraternity almost.
Oh, okay,
you know
okay.
So the top
so like everybody
DJs,
can't get in.
Everybody can't get in.
That's awesome, man. I love stuff like that.
They got like 3 different major hip hop coalitions. So you got coalition DJs, you got MP3 Wax, and then you got core DJs. So that's kind of like the biggest 3 right now. There's other ones out there, but those are the ones that most DJs, hip hop DJs, are trying to get in. So
heck yeah, man, heck yeah. Well, look, I got it.
And then I got Deuce too.
Dude, look, I knew that though. I knew that though.
Yeah,
I knew that.
Yeah.
Look, man. Okay, so we'll pause. Let's back up. We'll back up a little bit. Tell us about Deuce, man. I love Deuce. I
Yeah.
love his energy, man. He's a big guy. He can dance.
He can move.
I love that.
Yeah.
I just love it. So tell us
Yeah.
about Deuce, man. How did that come about? And tell us about Deuce's personality away from social media and the camera and stuff like that.
Duke is one of the coolest guys I've ever met, man. Honestly, from day one, when we first met, obviously, y'all know as men, you know, when you meet somebody new that you don't know, especially if you kind of come from the streets, you're going to size them up a little bit, you know, see what they're about. And so, you know, our first encounter, it was kind of that, you know, getting them loose and getting them used to me, but pause. But I'm going to tell you what got him was our first encounter. I was his road manager.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jimmy Jackson. He was the one who put that all together for me to be able to become a part of Duke's management team. And so I shout out to Atlanta for the very first show. And we pull up. We had 2 shows in one night. So the first show was with Isaiah Rashad. He had a concert in Atlanta. And so Duke has a song with him, so they brought him out, all of that. It was crazy. I'm like no lie, it's probably 3,000 people in this building.
Good
and
Lord.
I'm like, bro, when I walk out backstage and I look at the crowd, I'm like, wow, it's the biggest crowd I ever seen. You know what I'm saying?
Describe the energy real quick for
it was
SkyWalker.
through the roof. I mean, you got the pyros going on. You got the energy of the crowd. They screaming. And then Duke comes from backstage and he just come out dancing, doing his juking.
What the fuck?
And I mean, the whole arena erupted.
Dude, I swear, he's that type. I'm
was
telling you,
crazy.
he, I don't know if he's made it big. I don't know his business. I don't know how much funds he's making. I pay attention to him on social media because he's funny.
Yeah.
He's a funny individual. Sorry, y'all. This I'm not messing with it. It's fixing to fall. I was
Leaning.
yeah, he gets on to me because I mess with my mic a lot. I'm a little ADHD, if y'all didn't know. But no, bro. So yeah, like I've never got to see him perform or anything. Man, I gotta change that, bro. You gotta let me know.
No, you got to.
Yeah.
So outside of music, though, bro, Duke is probably the funniest person I know. Like, real deal, regular guy, just like us. Eat regular food, love chicken wings. Oh, he makes the best wings. I don't know the recipe. He won't give it to me, but it's like some family shit.
We're gonna tag in this dude,
And I'm telling you, the best wings I ever had in my life.
because I gotta get some now.
Got to.
Put me on
and,
them somehow.
And when you're eating them wings, you got, you know, he got that new single out, Sweet Tea.
Oh,
You ain't heard it?
no, I haven't heard
you
it. I
sleep,
can't
man.
lie.
You gotta look it
I
up.
can't lie. I haven't
Bro,
heard it.
I'm talking about some real down south player, summertime cookout vibes. Like,
Oh, man.
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's
Oh,
called
man.
Sweet Tea, bro. But
Sweet tea.
It's basically mixing your cognac with sweet tea. You know what I'm saying? And maybe a little lemonade. You know,
Oh
like
yeah.
how we doing the south.
Oh
you
yeah.
know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So-
Oh yeah, man.
But nah, Duke is a real cool guy, man. Real cool guy. Real laid back. Great father. Great friend. I mean, he dope, bro.
So you manage women. You manage a couple women.
Oh yeah, I got 2. Well, I had 3.
What is the difference? What is there complications that come with managing women?
Night
Yeah,
and
is
day.
it- tell us about
It's
some.
night
Tell
and
us.
day,
Tell us
man.
about like just not even. Yeah, just tell us about some of them complications that come with that.
I will say, it's pros and cons to both. But dealing with women, honestly, to me, it's a little bit easier if you understand women, and it's easier to gain their trust. You know, once you get in there, they locked in with you. With guys, you're dealing with a lot of ego and all that. I mean, you got ego on the women's side too, but it's kind of easier for them to hone in when you're trying to tell them something. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I mean?
bro. Yeah.
But on the flip side, as a manager, you know everything about your artist.
yeah.
And so when you get these ladies or whatnot, they become like your sisters, you know, or your daughters, you know, whatever. And I mean, you become a therapist. You know, you listen,
man,
you gotta hear about everything. And
Forget
you gotta,
that,
but you gotta be
SkyWalker.
there. That's a part of managing. Even with the guys, I mean, I had that from time to time, but not as much as with the
Yeah,
women.
yeah.
But you
See,
gotta
I've
be
never
there for them.
experienced that.
You got to be there. And then my first female artist that I managed, her name was Alexis Ray Parker. She's an R&B singer, and I wasn't used to this. Like, I had been managing for years, but when I'm coming out with the rollout plan to turn into the label for like video shoots and stuff, I wasn't incorporating. She got to get her hair done. She got to get her nails done.
Oh,
we
man.
got to have a makeup artist on set the whole time. It's just so much.
No, yeah, that
the
is, bro.
wardrobes. You
You
know what I'm
sound
saying?
like you sound
All
like you
of
can
this
manage
stuff.
women now. Like the shit.
Oh yeah, I'm good now.
I didn't even. I wouldn't even
now.
almost think about that shit. Like,
Dude, at
that's
first,
cool,
though,
man.
At first, about 4 years ago, yeah, nah, I was lost in the sauce. I was lost.
So I'm gonna ask you this question, SkyWalker. We're gonna get off management. No, I just ask you one more question. Rampage Wood. I love that guy. I'm a huge fan. I'm fixing to get an art piece from him. He knows
Yes,
it.
sir.
Talk to us about him, man. How did y'all's relationship start?
Man, we started out. We went to school together, and it was funny because
Y'all went to school together. I had no idea.
He's a year behind me. He was a year behind me, and we both played sports, and so that's how we kind of knew of each other, was through sports. But he was like the pretty light skinned guy at the school that all the girls liked, and I was the guy from New York. My swag different. I used to have long braids, you know what I mean?
Oh man.
And I was an athlete too. I had the accent, all of that, you know. So
The New York accent.
I had all the girls too.
Yeah.
And so we kind of was like, we wasn't beefed out, but it was just like I see you, you know what I mean? But we honestly didn't get cool until it was my senior year of high school, his junior year. And we started hanging out because we had a mutual friend. And so we became like the three amigos, and we was going to all the parties together and stuff. He wasn't rapping then.
Yeah.
I was rapping. I was the only one rapping. And so I get into college. I'm going to UCA. And he comes to my apartment one night and says he wants to start rapping. This is in 2008.
Man, you're good with dates and shit, too. Man, look at dude that. This is in 2008.
Dude spit this freestyle to Kanye West. It was a Kanye West record. And he spit this freestyle, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, where does this come from? Like, and so right then, my spidey senses.
Yeah.
And I said, oh yeah, I'm finna teach this guy everything I know. And we became a group, and we called ourselves High Def. Now this was before ZHD and all of them.
Yeah.
So we called ourselves High Def, and we was High Def for years, man. And then we had a situation with a potential record deal that was on the table. This is in 2011.
Man, who would have
2012.
thought, man? Who would have thought all this?
We had a record deal on the table, and it ended up falling through, and it just kind of broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? And so I stopped rapping, and I started DJing.
What, you had a record deal?
Me and him.
Okay. Well, see, I wouldn't. Yeah, this is wild, man.
Yeah,
this is wild.
At this point, we the group, and we going off, bro. Like we going,
and we're called High Def at this time.
High Def, yeah, High Def. And so the deal fell through. I went into like this deep depression period.
Man.
I said, screw music.
Bro, sound just like
rapping.
me, man.
Stop rapping. And I started DJing and, just trying to still be around music but not actually do music. Rampage was still sending me stuff like, hey, bro, here go a new record. Let's do it.
Pushing it on you.
And so I watched a documentary in 2017 when I moved to the Jonesboro. And I watched a documentary with Jim Jones from Dipset. And he was talking about how all of they whole crew rapped, but the hot guy was Cameron. You know what I'm saying? All the girls loved him. He had the best flow.
Yeah.
He was just there at that time. And so as a group, they decided to, bro, let's put all our money and all our time into pushing Cam and get him a deal. And then when he popped, we all popped. And that's what they did. Cam ended up getting a deal, you know what I'm saying? And
when they pop,
you see Jewels, you see Freaky Zeke, you see Jim Jones, you see the whole crew. You know what I'm saying? Now they are famous. And so I called Rampage as soon as I got done watching. I said, "Hey, bro, I'm finna manage you."
Hell yeah!
And that's where it came from.
So I gotta stop for a second, and I gotta point out something. Mm-hmm. So you gave up the rapping because of that incident, right? Mm-hmm. Like it really kind of just you was actually done after that. You knew you was done.
I ain't rap since.
Man,
I mean, I've made a few records here.
That's crazy, man. Describe that, man. Describe the depression that you went through.
I mean, if you're a true artist and you're not just doing this rap thing because I can make money like if you really love hip hop, you know what I mean, and love the art as an artist, R&B or whatever the fuck it is. As an artist, your passion for it is a little bit different. That's just like guys who love basketball or whatever. And so I had been through several situations from the time I was 9 years old to that specific time I was 23.
Yeah.
And I had just had my daughter, my first kid, you know what I'm saying, all of this shit. And so between that time span, bro, I had already had 4 deals fall through. So my outlook on the game was I never got myself too hype, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I linked up with Rampage and we got that call, we were at U of A's graduation because his wife now, she was graduating.
Yeah.
And we're watching the graduation, and we get the call sitting in the stands at the graduation that we about to get a $2 million contract, $2 million apiece. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how that feels, but I can imagine.
Bro,
Your heart,
we
you
in the
probably couldn't
stands,
talk.
we start screaming. And people around us like, yo, what are these guys? You know, they thinking we screaming for the graduation. we like, bitch, we made it. You know? And so we on this high horse, and then next thing you know, it doesn't happen. And so that was a lesson. Like, nothing matters until it's in black and white.
He just taught me a lesson, man.
None of that shit. If it's not in black and white, don't get too hyped. Till that paperwork.
Wow. If it ain't in black and white, don't get too hyped. Like, for real. That's crazy that you ain't fucking.
So it fucked me up, bro.
Man, I can see. I heard it. As soon as you said you never went back to that, after that, I picked up on it because, bro, let me tell you something. Just 3.5 weeks ago, man, I was just about ready to give all up. Take a break. All right, just like, fuck all this. Mm-hmm. But just didn't, man.
Keep going,
just gotta keep going, man. Keep going.
Because ain't no telling, like Rampage said all the time, if I would have kept rapping, he was like, bro, you probably would have been famous already.
It's such a story though to hear someone like you lose that opportunity, admit it, and then now you're trying to push people towards greatness. Mm-hmm. Towards her. So that's a thing, man, and that's why you're probably, in my opinion, if I judged you from the outside looking in, I would say that's why you're doing what you do.
For sure.
You know, it's kind of, it's probably why you're like you are, driven like you are. That's awesome, man. That's great. So we're going to get off of management, Merrill, and, that's awesome. What about this, I'm not trying to say I don't see it a lot, but what about this drink you've been, or what are you, are you?
Bought a bottle with.
That's what I'm saying. I really thought you was. I mean, it's fine that you didn't, but like, what is that? So you're.
I'm glad to see you, son.
What is all that? You sponsor them?
So I'm a brand ambassador for Vion. It's a cognac. It's a spiced infused cognac. It has like.
What color is it?
It's dark.
Oh wait, I thought what color's the bottle?
Oh, the bottle's black. Yeah, the bottle's black.
It looks all pretty and stuff.
It's a nice bottle. This is a sexy bottle.
It's all,
Yeah. Now, when women see it, they like, oh, what is I pull it out. Like, hey.
Yeah. No, that's what I think about it.
Nah, it's dope for sure.
How much is a bottle here in Arkansas?
It's going for, like, with tax and stuff, you're going to spend about $40. Yeah, about the typical bottle price.
Okay, now tell us about it. What happened? What happened? How'd they find you? How'd you find them?
Man, it's a crazy story. It wasn't nothing special. I was at Row Week in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
This was just last year. And Duke was performing, Rampage was performing. And so backstage, they have a tent set up, a Sovereign Brands tent. So Sovereign Brands is the mother company of several different liquors. They make Bel Air, they make Bumbu.
I didn't know that.
They make Vion, all of that stuff, right? And so they have a tent set up there, and they're giving out free drinks for all the artists. Because, I mean, you got Yellow Beezy was there.
Yeah.
Like I said, Duke, Juicy J. It was a bunch of artists there for Roe Week. So I'm just happened to be at the tent, and the rep, his name is Tim. Shout out to my guy Tim. We just taking shots. He like, bro, you Duke manager, like, let's drink. So pull him up. So, bro, as we taking these shots, man, we exchange numbers, contacts. So I hit him up about getting Duke sponsorship or brand partnership with Vion. And he comes back and he's like, okay, yeah, we want Duke, but we want you too. And I was like, me? Like, who am I? You know what I mean? And so he was like, well, you manage all these acts. At the time, I was still with CTG. And so we had, at CTG at that time, we had about 10 celebrity artists, on top of independent artists. And so I had a list of artists. And he's like, dude, you're around these people. You're going to these shows. Like, we've never had a quote unquote like regular person be a brand ambassador, but you could touch the people. And so, and then on top of that, I don't know if y'all know, but I do a lot of the shows and promotion and stuff in the Central Arkansas area for like different events and stuff like that. So he was privy to all of this. So next thing I know, I'm getting a call from Sovereign Brands. They shot me over the brand ambassador contract, and
bro, that's
like
crazy.
It was real. It was
it's
literally
actually
just
good though.
It was literally just networking, bro.
Is it actually a good drink though?
Hell yeah.
You know, I drink for real.
So it's a great cognac for some chill shit. It's got some flavor to it, so you might want to mix it with like a vanilla.
So it's sweet.
Like that. It's sweet.
Okay,
it's sweet. That's why the ladies love it.
Yeah.
And it's way better when it's chilled. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If it ain't chilled, you might not fuck with it. But when it's chilled, it's definitely high dollar. Like you're gonna fuck with it.
Well, that's lit though.
Yeah,
that's a crazy. I know. I was ready for like some story, like you grew up with the dude.
It's like an easy. I literally had just met him.
Yeah. Now that's why I want to stress to you. That's why networking is important. Sometimes going to the event. Sometimes doing something that involves no money at all is very important.
Yep.
So